Hello there, Comic Clan, and welcome to Comics in the Cross, the greatest streamers you have never heard of, and welcome to Comics in the Cross Gaming. I am your host, Cross, and I'm here for a little bit of an interesting playthrough. This is a YouTube exclusive checkout for us. We're not doing it up on our Twitch, but it is available here on our gaming YouTube channel. We were given access to a beta copy, early access to the Adventures of the Old Testament, the Bible video game. As you can see from the screen, we only have the single player mission mode. I have no idea what to expect from this. If you know us and our story, we of course grew up as geeks here at Comics in the Cross and grew up as Christians, where stuff like anything that was considered a Christian video game or Christian comic or anything like that was usually, in all honesty, pretty trash. And was not up to par with the stuff that we actually loved. So I am really intrigued for this. I've been seeing some of the trailers for this a little bit, some stuff floating around for it. So thank you so much to Rocket Studios for reaching out to us and allowing us the early access to check this out, to play it. And we are going to get stuck right into this. I have no idea what to expect. I have no idea how in depth it is at this point, what the controls are, what the missions are going to be like, if there's specific stories from the Old Testament that we're going to check out. But links to it will be in the description where you can get it on Steam. So we are excited to go and check this out. So I'm going to click into single player mission mode and let's see what's happening. Okay, it looks like there's a few different options, and it looks like we can play a few of them. So it's my first time seeing any of this. So we've got Adam and Eve, which we can read, watch and play. Cain and Abel, Noah has a play, Tower of Babel, Job, Abraham has a play option, Lot, Jacob, then Joseph, Moses, Israelites in Exodus, Joshua, Ehud, Deborah, Samson, Ruth, Samuel, Saul, David, Solomon, Rehoboam and Jeroboam, Elijah, Elisha, Jonah, all coming soon. Dang, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Daniel, Esther, and return from exile. So there's a lot of planning in this from the looks of it. So we are going to go all the way back to the first one, Adam and Eve. And I don't know what read and watch are, we'll check those out afterwards. I want to get straight into play and just throw myself in and see what happens, so let's check it out. Like I said, I have no idea what to expect from this.
In the beginning, there was God and nothing else. The Spirit of God traveled through the abyss. Then God exclaimed,
"Let there be light."
On the second day, God pulled the moisture from the waters of the nothingness to create the clouds and the blue skies above and the ripples of the waters below. And God said,
"The skies shall be called heaven."
On the third day, God said,
"Let the gathering waters below the heavens be named the sea, and the dry land shall be named earth."
With God's command, the seeds of his creation spread across the earth, blossoming into grass, flowers, and trees bearing fruit. The flourishing earth was beautiful, and God saw that his creation was good. And on the fourth day,
we're doing the whole creation
God molded
story
the sun,
beforehand.
moon, and stars, and placed them in the heavens to illuminate the earth. And the days, seasons, and years began as God divided the day from night. On the fifth day, God created living creatures, saying,
"Let the waters, seas, and rivers be filled with an abundance of life, great whales and fish of every type, and let birds of every kind fly high above the earth."
God blessed the life below, and saw that his creations were good. The sixth day came, And God said,
"Let the earth bring forth the living creatures."
and the earth was filled with all kinds of animals.
That bear was trying to drown
hunting,
itself over there, trying to take a drink.
and ones that crawled on the
That bear like fully hid his head under the water. That bear was just like, I've just arrived here and I'm not for it apparently. Oh, okay. Locate the beams and find apples. Collect all the apples. Oh, okay. Okay, so we're playing as Eve. Ooh, got a cool little world to explore. Let me just turn up volume there just a touch. The music volume is like really loud in this, and then like the solo narration thing, which is not. So I've got a nice forested area. I know I have to collect the apples, but like I want to just have a little look at this world that we're in. Okay, so that's as far as we can go that way. Oh, Adam's kinda following me. Okay, so there isn't like an interactive button. It seems a bit weird I'm like running towards the light, to be honest, because like I literally am passing trees full of apples. Like I could literally have gotten 5 apples just by climbing that tree that I passed there. It's also a bit bizarre there's no interact button to pick it up. I just walk into the light for it. Oh, there's one over there. Okay. So I've got my WASD to move around, and the mouse is the camera, and I can hit spacebar to jump. We've got our map in the bottom corner as well. Adam's kind of tagging along from the looks of it as well. So honestly, like it's a nice looking game, you know. It's definitely a lot better looking than I was giving it credit for. The controls are definitely like controlling her feels a little bit janky. Where am I going? Over there. Can I go through the water? You know, but like so far it's okay. Like I mean, it's better than I thought it was going to be. I'm just intrigued to see what it
began
goes.
to move, and Satan, in the form of a serpent, appeared from the branches and enticed Eve.
So, God told you not to eat this fruit?
Oh, yes. God said that if we eat or touch it, we will die.
Oh, you will not die. This fruit will give you knowledge and make you wise, like God himself.
Bring back the apple to Adam. Okay. See, look, there's apples in the trees. Okay, so the serpent's in that tree. Oh, there he is. Looking for him on the map.
Forbidden fruit affected Adam and Eve much differently than the serpent had promised. Suddenly, their innocence was taken from them for failing to obey God.
Adam, we have no wisdom. We are only sinful and nude.
What have we done? We must cover ourselves and hide.
As Adam and Eve hurried to gather leaves to cover themselves, God suddenly appeared before them.
Why did you eat the forbidden fruit that I commanded you not to touch?
The woman you created for me took a bite and gave it to me.
And the serpent you created deceived me and promised that it would cause us no harm.
Because you defied me, you are banned from the Garden of Eden. From now on, your survival will depend upon your own hard work.
So I know that
Provided them with animal skins
I know they can't have them running around
and
naked,
banished
but it is a
Adam
bit
and
weird
Eve
that they've
from
just putting on
As they
the
walked
brush and
away,
cover
Adam
and
turned to take
literally,
one last glimpse at the beautiful garden.
like literally they had the stuff on beforehand.
Suddenly, a flaming sword appeared and blocked the entrance to Eden.
We will never be able to enter the garden again.
Adam, what are we gonna do? And where are we going to go?
The perfect bond between God and his beloved Adam and Eve was shattered. Now, with nothing but their knowledge and shame, they had to find a way to create a new life. However, God, with all his wisdom, had planned a salvation for his creation.
One day I shall send a savior for your redemption.
Okay, so that was Adam and Eve. Okay, so read is just the Bible verses for it. Watch, I'm assuming, is the cinematics that we just watched. I wanted to just check that before I try another level. Apparently the watch function isn't exactly functioning for it just yet. Does it function for the other stories?
Adam and Eve walked through the hot desert, exhausted and frightened, as they searched the dry and sterile land for a new place to call home.
Eden was such a beautiful place to live. If only we had obeyed.
Okay, so you can
It
just
was our
watch the
responsibility to follow his
videos.
path, and we failed. We must teach our children to love and obey God the way he asks. And all that we have, God has given to.
Okay, so it's the cinematics of it, you can actually just watch those. Okay. Alright, let's try the next playable part, which is for Noah. Like, that music is so loud in the menu. That needs to be turned down. Like, compared to the rest of it, it's insane. Alright, let's try Noah and see what happens with this.
As time passed and generations grew, the earth became full of sinful people who lied, cheated, and murdered. People refused to worship God, but instead idolized the sun, moon, stars, and statues built by man. But one man stayed true to his faith. Noah looked down from the hilltop at the sinful people and prayed to God.
God, how long will all this evil sin continue? Please help us all.
One night, as Noah prayed, God spoke to him.
Noah, I'm sorry that I created these corrupt humans. I am pleased that you have been faithful. I want you to build an ark for you and your family. I am going to flood the earth and destroy the dishonest and cruel people of this world. Noah, now that your ark is built, I want you to gather every living thing of all flesh. 2 of every kind, male and female, birds, cattle, and every creeping thing on earth you shall bring into the ark. Care for them, feed them, and keep them alive.
Bring all the animals to the earth so the storm consumes the world with water. Hey, Am I Noah with a stick? Like, am I gonna go beat the crap out of these guys? That's what it feels like. Yeah, they're actually fighting in this. Did not expect that. If you told me there was an action like segment to playing as Noah, I would not have believed you. That was not expected in the slightest. Okay. Alright, so I can't go around that way apparently. So I need to collect the animals within 20 minutes, but I'm like... Okay, do you just go there, or do I need to, like, is this like a escort quest, like, or do you guys just go? Okay, they're in there. I can throw fireballs. Oh my goodness. Oh my okay. Alright, I need like a defense button or something if I'm going to have this many enemies attacking me. Oh my goodness. I was going like freaking ultra here, like this is nuts. Okay, I fireballed you. You should be dead, surely. I am about to die. Yeah. Level failed. Okay. Okay, let's try that again. Like, that's a lot of enemies and a very low going health bar. Alright, we don't need to see this again.
Now that you are...
Right, I got my stick, let's go. That's the thing, there's not like a dodge or a block or anything, so you're, all these guys are just meleeing me and I'm just like taking it. Okay, so for some reason my audio mixer opened up on my recording thing. Why in the world do you keep going over there? Does this heal me at all? Yes, okay, so if I use the prayer, that's healing. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay. Okay, the processing speed cannot seem to keep up with the amount of enemies I'm fighting. Alright, let's run away a little bit. I love the fact that I've got like a stick and they've got maces. Hold on. Hello there, Comic Clan, and welcome to... Okay, like literally, the mouse keeps going off screen onto my recording thing and I'm clicking stuff over there. I'm like... Can I... Yeah, there is no way to border the window, it is not an option. Okay. Let's do a little prayer and get our health back up. Okay, that's what we need. We need some more animals. Cannot defeat my fire stick! Haha! Okay, I was gonna say like the gameplay stuff, like with Adam and Eve, is like collect apples and that's literally all we got. And then we're literally getting into like a freaking duels and fights with Noah, and I'm like, okay. Because I was like going to say, based off of Adam and Eve, I'm like, okay, this game's not got much to it, but now that we're getting to do some stuff, it's like, is it biblically accurate? Probably not. I don't think Noah used a fire stick to beat people down. At the same time, like, at least I'm getting to do something and the game's enjoyable. Ooh, hi. Okay, the fact that I can shoot a fireball is a lot cooler than the actual damage that the fireball causes. Okay, the special moves are kinda cool, I'm not gonna lie. So, any animals this way? I don't know where the animals are that I'm looking for. Oh, there's a whole group over there as well. I'm not seeing any more animals this way, so I think. Okay, the special moves are cool. Come on, Noah. See, there's a bunch of enemies to fight, but I'm not seeing as many like animals to collect, and that's meant to be my whole thing I'm doing, is getting the animals. Are those more cows, or is that just like random bears over there? Oh, it is bears, okay. Go down. I just launched that dude. That's amazing. Okay, I don't care if this is biblically accurate or not. No, a fight with his fire stick. This is amazing. Come on, have a go if you think you're hard enough. Ah! I wish there was a run button though, just to go that little bit quicker. Got a lot of the fact as well that the stick makes noises as if I have a sword. Oh, for goodness sake, stop with this crap. Like, I'm literally moving stuff because the mouse keeps going off the screen. Like, come on. Random elephants over here, okay. Okay, come on. Stop with the freaking off the screen, come on. Okay. Freaking that is really irritating. Like I've just I scroll it like that and it goes over in like freaking OBS. It's like, come on. Okay, that's been the most frustrating thing in this game so far. Amazingly, my health's like so low, but I survived okay. Just take time. I've got the time anyway. May as well have a little bit of a prayer and heal myself.
suddenly the doors of heaven opened up. The rains poured down onto the earth, and the floodwaters quickly rose.
Okay, the narrator just, I cannot not think of VeggieTales with the narrator. He just makes me think of Bob the Tomato. Like he just sort of rearranging the stuff on OBS again because
For 40 days and 40 nights
think
the
it went
rains
over.
poured down, and the people who refused to believe in God were lost beneath the water. All things evil were destroyed as the waters rose high above the mountains, and the earth was covered by the great flood. Noah and his family cared for the animals as the ark drifted on the waters, and the rains continued to pour down from the heavens.
Shem, have you fed the animals yet?
Yes, Father. I have fed the sheep and cows, and now I'm going to feed the reptiles and other animals.
And I'm cleaning up after all the animals.
One day, as the ark continued floating with no land in sight, as quickly as it had started, the rain abruptly stopped.
Emzara, God has blessed us. The rains are no more, and the sun shines upon us once again.
The months grew long as Noah and his family drifted in search of land.
How long are we going to be stuck on this ark? It's been months, and there's no land in sight.
Who knows how long it will be? It could be months or years before we find land.
And who knows how that land will even be when we arrive.
Time continued to pass. Then, one day, the ark came to rest on top of the mountains of Ararat. Noah rushed to look up and saw that the waters had begun to recede.
Oh, thank you, God, for lowering the waters. Let's send out a dove to search the area. If there is more land close by, then it will not come back.
Noah released the dove into the air and watched as the bird flew through the sky and vanished from sight. Hours later, Noah looked up and saw that his dove had returned. Noah, keeping his faith, sent the dove out a few days later, and this time it returned with a gift.
Thank you for the olive leaf, my little friend. This means dry land is upon us once more.
7 days later, the dove was released again, but this time it never returned, as it had found a place to nest. As the waters continued to lower, Noah and his family became anxious, as they constantly looked for more signs of land.
I see land.
It had been over a year since the Great Flood had started, and Noah and his family were the only 8 people to survive. Finally, they were able to leave the ark and step foot on dry land once more.
This feels wonderful. The warmth of the sun beaming on my face. The softness of the grass between my toes.
Oh, I have missed you so much.
All that is evil has been removed from this earth. Through us, God has given humans a new beginning, and we must not fail him. We must follow his path and teach all who follow us to love and obey.
Noah built an altar and thanked God for looking after him and his family. He asked God to guide them in their new journey. God gave Noah a sign that he had been heard.
Look, a rainbow.
I will never again destroy the earth with a
Oh, is there? I was going to say to
Always
be added
be a
in
day
post
and a
apparently,
night,
but no, it has
a
shown.
summer and a winter, and a time to plant and harvest your crops.
It's beautiful, Father. God has truly blessed us.
When people see a rainbow, it will be a reminder of God and his promise that he will never destroy the entire earth again with a flood.
Years after the flood, Shem, Ham, Japheth, and their families moved closer to the river valley. With the growth of their families, the mountains and flatlands became dotted with the tents of shepherd villages, and the cities of the river valley grew.
Just let's go back to the ark. Oh, I did. Okay, so there we go. It's the first 2 playable levels. Apparently we can also do Abraham. He's the only other playable one. Oh, I was going to stop there, but like I thought there was more to actually play. But there's only one more playable one. So yeah, let's check out Abraham, and then that's all the ones we can actually play at the moment. Let's have a look.
As the years passed, God the Creator had begun to be forgotten by the people. Hundreds of miles down the Euphrates River, they built the great trading
I hope
city
each
of
level
Tyre.
has a bit more gameplay to it, because the amount of storytelling and talking
was also filled with many
compared to
different
gameplay is a lot.
Why are you standing out here all alone at this hour?
So I hope we get a bit more gameplay to it, because if not, like, it's one of those things of like, your village is doing an audio Bible then, or a visual Bible.
There, he will show me how to build a great nation for our family, and wants to bless all the people.
But for gameplay wise, like, if it ends up being like Noah, like, I don't mind if it's not specifically
his worst fear was realized. One day the Pharaoh saw
like,
Sarai and immediately
biblically accurate, but as long as like there's to get some sort of gameplay out of it, it can make it interesting.
Presented themselves as brother and sister.
She is the most beautiful woman I have ever seen. I shall give you all the riches you desire in exchange for your sister's hand in marriage.
It's an honor to meet you, Your Majesty.
With no other choice, to save Abram's life, he and Sarai played along with the Pharaoh's wishes. But before the day of the marriage, God intervened and saved his chosen family. He struck the Pharaoh with a horrible illness that eventually took his life. The people of Egypt were not happy. They blamed Abram for the Pharaoh's demise and were determined to punish him.
Oh, apparently we're doing another fighting thing. Okay. Yeah, if you told me this was how this game was going to go, like, I don't think I would have believed you. Okay, volume settings do nothing apparently. One, two. That volume is really loud on the music. I'm hoping it's okay on the game and it's not too loud. Okay, there's no map for this one. Is this just like... Oh. Oh, the fence is gone, so like I clear a thing and the next bit opens up. Okay. Okay, it was kind of intriguing, like, doing it with Abraham, but I'm like, is this it? Was a lot of storytelling. I'm like, don't get me wrong, it's better than the Adam and Eve section, because the Adam and Eve was just like, go collect 5 apples, and that was all we got to do. But I was wondering if we were going to do like an escape from Egypt sort of thing, so like we had to like hide and escape and run sort of thing. I wasn't expecting this similar sort of thing for this round, because like it changed between Adam and Eve and Noah, so... Oh, for goodness sake, with the off-screen stuff again. I keep going off screen and it is bugging me so badly. No hard health bar doesn't go up? Okay. Okay, apparently that was that. Really? This screen? You won't let me out when I'm actually in the middle of combat? You'll freaking go off? Okay. Well, that's annoying. Let me close that down and go to full screen for this then. So yeah, so that was the beta testing for Adventures in the Old Testament. We got to play through a bit of Adam and Eve, Noah, and Abraham. I definitely reserve judgment on it a little bit because it is in the early beta testing. I hope there's a lot more gameplay to each section, especially like I felt like there was a lot of talking and listening to the Bible story and not a lot of gameplay for it, which is fine, like to have the Bible story involved in it, but your major audience is probably going to be playing this or purchasing it are probably going to be Christians who know the story, so you need to make it a little more interactive. Adam and Eve, I'm hoping is very early in development because like collecting the apples and stuff is like okay, that's fine, but there wasn't much more to it. I'd be interested to see what else there is. Noah, getting the animals from around the area and fighting off people trying to destroy the ark, like okay, that was an interesting take on it. Definitely doesn't not necessarily biblically accurate, you know, Noah beating people back with a fire stick, but yeah, I actually enjoyed that level quite a bit and I'd be intrigued to see a bit more. I feel like a little bit of variety in gameplay would be interesting. Like I thought when we were on the ark maybe there'd be a thing of like go and feed the animals or do something or something to interact as well. And then when we did Abraham, I wasn't expecting it to be like a whole getting out of Egypt section. That threw me a lot, and basically having the same gameplay as Noah, and I was like, okay, that made me worry that we're going to see a lot of fending off random generic people with this fire stick weapon, which, you know, is interesting and entertaining as it is. I was like, I'm not sure how I feel about it. But overall, I'm like, yeah, overall it was okay. I mean, I'm definitely intrigued to see where they take the game and what they do with some of the other levels. My only thing is, I think I'd love to see some ingenuity and some interesting ideas for like what the biblical stories were. Like whatever they did with the biblical story, like that, like escaping Egypt, like I'd love it to be not necessarily like a defending Sarai quest, because those quests are awful, but having to like get around the city unseen, having to do it a bit more stealthily and move around, something like that could be really cool. You know what, collecting the animals makes sense, but with some of the other upcoming parts of the Old Testament, I'd love to see the ingenuity of how they do certain things, you know, and different mechanics, like even like if they did like a David and Goliath, for example, and like fighting Goliath, but you have to basically do a target practice thing and hit him with the sling, and you know, different things. And I'm intrigued to see what they do with it. What they've done so far is impressive, because like, I mean, they're making a video game. I could never do that, but overall I'm like intrigued to go back and see what they do with it. Is my only thing pulling me back at the moment. But we'll see what happens with it. But like I said, I'll put the link down below to go and check it out on Steam, and if you can check it out for yourself when it drops and see what you think. But if you enjoyed this today, please hit that like and leave a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button for more of our gaming content. Most of the gaming content on here comes from our Twitch channel over at twitch.tv/comicsinthecross, and is uploaded from there, where you can check us out as well. But for now, that's everything for me, guys. You have an amazing night, and remember, it is a good week to be a geek. Take care and have a good one.